Here we are again with this time our arithmetic. We are reviewing today, so today is just a review page because tomorrow is going to be your test. So make sure that you are working carefully on today's page so that you can be prepared for your arithmetic test tomorrow. So the first thing that we're going to look at is our mixed numbers and adding and subtracting them. So with our mixed numbers, remember where we start. We start from the right and move to the left, just like we do with any of our numbers. So we do our fractions first, then our whole numbers from right to left. So I know it's hard to see. I'm sorry. I'm trying to not get it too close to that, but there we go. Maybe that's a little bit better, at least for the first one, and then I'll move it back. So we have 16 and 10/12 minus 11 and 3/12. And so we start with our fraction, simple part. And remember, with our fraction, the only thing that we have to think about and worry about is our numerator. We don't have to do anything with the denominator because the denominator stays the same. So 10 minus 3, and then we bring down the 12 underneath. And then from right to left, we start 6 minus 1, very good, and 1 minus 1. And what do we not have to do? We do not need to put the 0 because it's just a place filler. So we end up with the answer 5 and 7/12. All right, then our next one. I'm just going to go back out for this one because it's going to be easier that way. All right, now we have 75 and 4/11 minus 32 and 5/11. So this one, or not minus, this is adding plus 32 and 5/11. So we're going to add from the fraction to the whole number. So fraction first. We simply add our numerators together. 4 plus 5 equals 9, and our denominator stays the same as 11. So 9/11. And then we come to our whole numbers. 5 plus 2, good, and 7 plus 3 is 10, and you write that directly in front. Oh, it's kind of messy, sorry. Trying to be as neat as I can. And then our last one at the bottom. This one is going to get down for this one. Hopefully I can get back up, but if not, I'm going to call on one of you to come help me. I have my dog, but she's just sleeping. So now we have 67 and 9/10 minus 59 and 6/10. Subtract your fractions first. 9 minus 6 equals 3. So 9/10 minus 6/10 equals 3/10. Then for our whole number, oh no, if I check the top, remember, check the top. If I check the top, 7 is smaller than 9. If 7 is smaller than 9, I cannot just subtract. I have to cross it out, put the same number up top, and go next door so I can, borrow. So Mr. 10 has enough. He only has 5 friends, but he has 6 orange juices because it's morning still, and orange juice has vitamin C, which we need. So he only has 5 friends, but he only needs 6. He has 6 orange juices, but he only has 5 friends, so we can take one of those pallets of orange juice away from him to give to Mr. 1. Now Mr. 1 has 17, and he has his 9 friends, so he's good. He's going to actually have some left over. 17 minus 9 is what? Think carefully. Good, it's 8. So we put the 8 down there, and then 5 minus 5, 0. So our answer to 67 and 9/10 minus 59 and 6/10 is 8 and 3/10. Got that? Does that make sense? Okay, good. All right, so now, here we go. Hey, I did it, yay. Now we've got our Roman numerals. I don't know how well you can see them, so I'm just gonna drag you a little bit closer. And then hopefully that will help. All right, I think that's better. So I'm going to show you, and you're going to say them as I point to them, okay? What is C? Remember, C, think cent, century, centurion, all of those numbers, centurion, they all are 100. So 3 C's equals 1, 2, 300. Remember that Roman numerals use rules and not place value. So when you have 3 Roman numerals, you are going to add them together. 100 plus 100 plus 100 is 300. What about this one? Good, I heard a couple of you. So L is 50, and then because there's a smaller Roman numeral after my larger Roman numeral, I have to add, right? I have to add. So 50 plus 10 equals 60. Good. This one. So if you know this one, then you should get this one, because when there's a smaller Roman numeral in front of a larger Roman numeral, then what do? We subtract. So 50 minus 10 equals 40. Very good. So 60, 40. Make sure to get those and think those rules through. Repeated Roman numerals are added. When there's a smaller Roman numeral after a large, you add. When there's a smaller Roman numeral in front of a larger, you subtract. What about that one? You all know this one. That one's easy. Good. 22. Good. 2,000. Good. That's going to be 150. Can you see that one down there? I think you can see it. Yeah, it's not too bad. DCC. What is that one? Good. 700. Excellent. I will give bonus points, some kind of bonus, if you comment either on Google Classroom or down below in the comment section on YouTube, if you can write the year in Roman numerals, this year in Roman numerals. I think you can do it. So if you can write this year numbers of this year in Roman numerals, I'll give you bonus. All right, so let's try, and I'm just going to go and switch around, so be watching carefully. Good. 322. Good. Excellent. Good. Good. Nice job. Going faster. Stay up with me. Come on, you can do it. Good. 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 All right, good job. I think we've got those. So remember the rules and remember those numbers. Remember C, 100, L, 50, because I know you know X and I and V, M, 1,000, and D, 500. So don't get D and L mixed up, okay? D is 500, L is 50. Good. Good job thinking those through. All right, now we're going to go to our division. So we've got some division problems over here, and we're going to review what we were doing the other day with those, which is we're going to write our remainder as a fraction, okay? So the first thing we do is we look at how many 4s are in 2. Well, we know there's no 4s in 2, so since we can't go into 2, what do? We go into both numbers. We go into 29. So again, count by 4s until you say 29 from your mouth, or get as close to it as you can, or make 29 marks. Circle every group of 4 and count the circles for every group, and that will give you your answer. Best thing though is simply know 28 divided by 4 equals 7, and that's as close as we can get to 29 without going over. After I divide, I have to multiply. Very good. I multiply my pickle. 7 times 4 equals 28. Excuse my writing because I'm writing on the opposite side, which I'm not used to. And then 29 minus 28 is 1. And I compare. Is it less? Sure is. My last step is to bring down. Very good. Bring down my 7. Now I have a whole new number that I have to divide. Every time I bring down, I have to do my 5 steps of division. Divide, multiply, subtract, compare, bring down. Good. All over again. Okay? So now I'm taking 17 and dividing that by 4. How many 4s are in 17? Make 17 marks. Circle every group of 4. Count by 4s till you get to 17 with your mouth, or as close to it as you can, or simply know what 17 divided by 4 is actually going to end up being. Closest would be 4, because 4 times 4 is 16. Then I multiply. After I divide all over again, I multiply all over again. 4 times 4, we just said, is 16. So I put my 16 underneath so that I can subtract. After I subtract 17 minus 16, which is 1, then I need to compare. Very good. Draw my arrow to show that 1 is less than 4, because if it weren't less than 4, if it wasn't less than 4, then this would be wrong, and we would have to go back and check again to see what would be correct. So because it is less and I have my remainder, remember, I'm not just putting R period 1. No. What happens with my remainder? Isabel, I think I heard you. Very good. It goes as my numerator, and my denominator is my divisor, what I'm dividing by. So the 4 comes down for my denominator. My remainder is my numerator. Excellent. All right, let's do another one. We're looking at how many 5s. We look at the first digit in our dividend, and if it's smaller, then we cannot divide into that number, so we go into both digits. So we're going to figure out how many 5s are in 24. Count by 5 until you get to 24 or something close to it with your mouth, but don't go over. Or make 24 marks, circle every group of 5, or simply know how many 5s would be in 24 by knowing 5 times 4 equals 20. If I go to 25, that's too big. So my 4 goes above my 4. Make sure, because it's not 4 5s in 2, it's 4 5s in 24. So leave that space. That's why when we first did these, we put the 0 there, but we're not doing that anymore because we're bigger and smarter now. We don't need a placeholder. We just know it goes over that second digit, okay? Then we do 5 times 4. 5 times 4 equals 20. Very good. And we subtract now. 24 minus 20 equals, good, 4. Compare. Is it less? Barely, but it is, so we're good. Then, is there anything left to bring down? There sure is. My 2 gets brought down. Excuse me, that's a messy 2. My 2 gets brought down. And now I have a new number, which is 42. So now I'm dividing 5 by 42. Count by 5. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45. Oh, too big. So I've got to go with 40, which means that would be 8. My 8, the answer always goes on top. And now I multiply for the second time. 8 times 5 equals 40. Very good. When I have my answer, then I write it underneath, and then I subtract. 42 minus 40 equals 2. Very good. Compare. Is 2 less than 5? Of course. And then there is one more number to bring down. I bring down my 3 next to my 2. Now I have a new number, which is 23. Well, it's going to be probably the same thing as 24 because it's just one away. So again, we're going to know, oh yeah, that's going to be 4. And we'll put that here next to our 8. And then we multiply for the third time. 4 times 5 equals 20. And we subtract. 23 minus 20 equals 3. Excellent. We compare again. Don't forget to keep comparing. We want to make sure this answer is not more than 5. After we compare and there's nothing left to bring down, as only if there's nothing left to bring down, are we done. But we're not done because we have this little thing down here. So we have to take care of that by making it our numerator now, and then taking our divisor and writing that as our denominator. So our answer would be 484 3/5. Okay? So hopefully that all made sense and you could remember those pretty easily. Checking the time. Oh, it's long. So we're going to stop here for now, and then I wanted to look at the page together with you. Okay?